Yeah, hi, I'm Paul Archer, that's paularcher.com. Got a good little tip for you now to do with closing. Now, many salespeople that I coach, and I do a lot of coaching with salespeople, I love doing that side of things, helping them to develop themselves. I ask them, what do you want me to watch out for, what do you want me to coach? And they always say to me, a lot of people say to me, look, well, I want to be able to close better. And the answer to closing better than you are is to do pre-closing or test closing. I think we know that. One chap I was working with the other day, I said to him, so how do you pre-close, how do you test close? He said, I use the phrase, how do you feel about that? And I said, okay. I said, do you say that all the time? He said, yeah, I do. What's wrong with that? He said. I said, that's fine. I said, but it's a bit repetitive. How do you feel about that? And we then went on to explain to him how he could do it more elegantly and more professionally. And that's depending upon your customer's thinking style. Now, those of you that have worked with me before, you know that I'm into my NLP, although I don't say the words because you can get jabs for that at chemists, can't you? Or people think you can. But with NLP, one of the basic foundations is that people have thinking styles. And what you do is you watch their eye movements, don't you? So imagine we've got here a person, and here we've got a person with two eyes, and there's their mouth, and there's their nose. That's as far as it goes with my drawing, I'm afraid. Now, if you look at this person and they're looking at you and you're asking them questions, this is your customer, for example, watch where their eyes go, because this is a very basic understanding of NLP. If their eyes are going upwards, they can go in different directions, it doesn't really matter. If they're going upwards when you're asking them questions, then they're probably a visual person. That indicates a visual preferred thinker. Now, that person prefers to think in visuals, in pictures, images, as we know. So what you say to this person, you don't say, how do you feel? You say to them, what do you see? Or what does that look like to you? Because they're thinking in pictures and images, and you're using the language of images, and it works for them. So what value do you see in that? What is there for you in there? What image are you seeing there? What do you see in that product or in that service? And that person will really resonate with that. Talking about resonating, somebody that looks their sides, looks their sideways. This person's very auditory. In other words, they think in sounds and words, music. So this person, I wouldn't say, how do you feel about that? I'd say something like, how does that sound to you? A bit corny, isn't it? But again, you see, that resonates with them, like they're resonating there, because they think in words and sounds, and that's how their world works. Therefore, that test close would work really well. And the last one for you, if somebody's looking down, generally down right to their right, this person is very kinesthetic, very kino. Now, that's obviously thinking, touch, feeling, that kind of stuff. Now, this person, how do you feel about it, is going to work because it matches their thinking style. So get elegant, really. What do you see the advantages there? What value can you see there? How's that sounding to you? And how do you feel about that? What do you think about that? These are very subtle, but it will mean that you will have lots of variety in the way that you pre-close. Hope you found that useful. Paul Archer, paularcher.com.